Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and happy holidays. Recently, Melda gave us a nice holiday present, and that is the Granular module in MSoundfactory. Today, I'm going to show you how you can do a kind of, bouncing ball type sound with chords. So let's get started. Let me just show you the chord progression. It sounds like this. I'm using an electric piano sound here. So it's just those chords repeating. Now we could use the electric piano sound, but I want to use a Pluck sound for this, something that's a little bit shorter and has a little bit of a shorter decay on it. So I have this Pluck maker here. I use just one of the presets here. I think it's full bodied here, like this. So let's play this. So we're going to use this sound. But the thing is, this sound isn't in our granular sampler. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to re-record it and import it again. Now, a few things before I do that is I want to turn all the effects off. I don't need that. So I'm turning the reverb off, turning the delay off. Let's hear it. This is okay, but I want this to be a little bit longer. And one of the things I can do is I can actually sync this to the tempo of our song. So we'll just go in here, double click on this value for the decay. And let's see here, 480 quarter note. And for the release, the same thing. Let's see, a quarter note. There we go. And it'll set it for us automatically. Now let's listen to it. I think this is actually pretty good. I could move this here, so this is the slope. Move this down. This is pretty much what I want. I could do more, but I think this is good. What we're going to do now is just go in here, and we're going to add, after this, we're going to add a recorder. So just look in here. I always forget where this is. It's over here in the utilities. So just add the recorder. Add your path wherever you want it. Put it here. I have samples folder, so I'll put it there. Click OK, and then just name this. I did this before, so I'm going to name this Pluck 2. Maybe Video Pluck 2. Okay. And all we're going to do is hit record, and then I'm going to hit C on my keyboard. Oh, another thing. My keyboard's messed up, so I don't want the pitch to change. So I'm just going to move that to 0. That should be the right note, I hope. And I'm just going to hit record and play it. Okay, so just 2-second clip, and I can look inside my computer and find that. Let's go to a blank instance here. So this is just the default settings. Nothing special in here. I'm going to move the attack down, move the sustain up. I'm going to go into the generator now. Actually, I'll probably turn the pitch bend on this off too. I really need to get a new keyboard. Anyway, here we go in here, and we're going to go into the granular sampler, new module. I'm going to turn the position off for now, turn the detune off for now. I don't want these being modulated, without my knowledge. The most important thing here is I want the duration to be the same as the length of my chords generally. So it's going to be, I don't know, let's say a bar. So that'll be 1 here. So this will be a whole note. So it's 1,920. And this will depend on what your song is. So I have it at 125 beats per minute, but in your particular song, you can do this too, and it'll change it to whatever your beat per minute is. There we go. And we'll do the same thing with the rate here. Let's do the same thing there. So now this is just going to play once per bar. Now we have a sample here already loaded up. Don't want that. What we're going to do is add our own sample. So what we're going to do is just go into here, find it, Video Pluck 2, drag and drop. Boom. There we go. Another thing I want to do is just turn down the width, because this already has stereo width. It doesn't need any more. Go back down in here, and what we're going to need to do is just line the start position up with the start of that. Just move it here. If you're thinking like, I can't quite tell, just use your mouse wheel and zoom in like this. So I can get even closer, move there, and I can get it right up to the right place. Now we're going to play it, and hopefully this will sound like the Pluck. You're noticing like, hey, it's lower in volume, which sometimes is a problem, but also it's kind of like fading in. And the reason that's happening is our attack is at 10%. We want this at 0. Now this is all right to me. What we're going to do from here is let's just play the chords so we can hear what it sounds like this. I'll just turn it up in volume a little bit so you can hear it a little bit better. But it's sounding like what I want it to for the most part. Now, let's add in the kind of bouncing effect, like you're dropping a ball on the floor. So we have our rate here, it's 1,920 milliseconds. We're going to go in here and let's use the attack modulator. Now, you could use the, not this, you could use something like the mod wheel if you wanted to, or aftertouch or whatever you want to, if you want to control this dynamically. But as I said, my controller isn't working, my keyboard is all messed up, so I don't want to do that. What we're going to do here is we're going to use the attack like this. We're going to set this to whatever a low amount is. Actually, one thing I should do here is move this down, and you'll notice this isn't going to work too well. I'll move it down like this. Now let's listen. See, that's way too fast. So I need to set this time to close to what I had the other one. So I can just sync it here. So 1,920 there. And let's listen to it. That's okay, but it's going backwards. I want it to start with long hits and then gradually get faster. So to do that, we could change things around, but I think it's easier just to click this button, this reverse button. Boom. Now let's hear it. Let's move it here. Actually, it was better down there. And I want it a little bit smoother, so what I can do, or fall a little bit faster, is I'll just curve it down like this. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Now, what I want to do here is, let's play the song and let's hear what it sounds like with actual chords. Now, this is exactly what I want. And of course, I could get faster here if I think, you know what, I want it here to go down a little bit lower. Ooh, what am I doing here? Yeah, like this. But for me, this is sounding good. This is what I want. But let's take this a little bit further. One of the things we might want to do is add some effects. Now, if we add the effects in here, like reverb or something, what's going to happen is the tail is going to run over into the next bar. Let me see if I can kind of show you that. Let's see. I'll put on a charm verb here. Let's make this pretty long, to the sides up, and let's play it. I'll let you hear what happens. So it's going to run over. Actually, in that case, it wasn't that bad, but it can be in some cases. So what we're going to do is we're going to use it in here, in the generator section. What's going to happen here is it will actually cut off the sound right afterwards. So let me do this. Let me put it here one more time, and I'll let you hear charm verb and what the problem is. Here, put the length up, size up here. So no matter what I do, you get that long tail. Now, let's see if I put the same thing here. If I have charm verb, turn it up, turn the length up a bit. Maybe here, so. It sounds the same, but this time I'm going to hit the note and then take my finger away and listen to what happens. By taking my finger off the key is just going to cut the sound off completely. It's going to cut that reverb off. And that can be controlled here by the release. So if I turn it up really long like this, you see it fades out. Oh, even plays it again. But if I turn it down low, So we can control it that way. So if you want to play the chord and hold it, you can do it that way. And in this case, I'll maybe set it here, maybe same length as the song. You can set this however you want to be honest. I'll put that in there if I want something else, like maybe some modulation, I guess. There we go. Add on a little bit thick. See how this sounds. Okay, I forgot to turn the rate on. Here we go. Now this is sounding pretty good. We can do the same thing with delay, which I really like. Do this. Let's set this up to, I don't know, something, maybe eighth notes. There we go. Let's turn the gain down and let's cut the high end off a little bit. There we go. Let's see how this sounds. That's maybe not as good as I thought it was going to be. Let me try a different one. Let's see here. Maybe this sounds better. I didn't like that one either. So experiment with yourself to find one that sounds good to you. Maybe the eighth was better. Maybe instead of ping pong, I should just delay one of the sides a bit like this. See if this sounds better. And also turn it down a bit, a little bit too in your face. So as you can see, there's a lot you can do there. I actually might want to take that delay off. But remember, you can put that there, or you could put it in the effects section if you don't need it to be controlled by note and you don't need it to cut off. So there's a lot you can do with this, and I can really transform the sound here. So this is just one of the small things you could do with the granular sampler. I really like these types of sounds, so I'll probably use this more in the future. But like I said, it's up to you. The sky's the limit. So if you have any questions about this, leave them down below. Leave me a thumbs up. Check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com and have a happy holiday season. See you.